Hello. So, the goal here is we're going to do some really cool makeup on my face. Um, what the things you want to do when you're applying makeup on your face is you really want to accentuate the parts of your face that really bring out the beauty. And I think that the main goal is to really frame up um, the eyes as best as possible, your cheeks, how the lips are displayed on your face. I think using the right tools, again, will help accentuate those things. So let's get started. So first up, we're going to do some Aveeno moisturizing. This is specifically called Aveeno Baby for focusing on eczema. And we're going to apply it to my cheeks, on my forehead. These are all going to be good spots for really prepping for all the makeup tools and makeup elements that you're going to be applying to your face. And yeah, so do this, apply it everywhere, put it on everything, and that's all. Next up, we're going to apply this e.l.f. This is called a Mineral Infused Face Primer. Yeah, so let's put this stuff on. Put a little bit there on your finger, just on the tip there, and kind of mix it around on your fingers, and then place it just below the eyes there, and above the eyes, right above the eyebrows. And if you want, you can put it on your eyelids. That really helps. I like to also put it on my cheeks and around my nose area. Yeah, so that's it. Next up is we're going to use some of the brushes here. Well, actually, I'm going to open this up, and the thing we're going to apply here is, I can't even read that. What is that? I can't fucking read that. It's Warm Natural Stick Foundation. Yeah, so whatever that is, we're going to use this brush. We're going to apply it here on the nose area and the cheeks, here on the chin, on the forehead, and then we'll use this large brush component here to sort of blend it into the skin and tonal areas. One of the things this provides is a little bit more depth and contrast onto the skin areas on the face, and you just kind of apply it and rub it on ever so gently, and yeah, so alright, so next up, now we're gonna put on this concealer, and the concealer kind of goes, the way the concealer works is you put it on the, yeah, you kind of put it on the eyes, yeah, and once it's applied onto the eyes, we'll just kind of rub that in. This will help conceal some of these the areas just below the eyes. Where you tend to look a little sleepy. Kind of takes out a little bit of those dark spots, lightens it up. Give a little bit of love there. You don't really. Not everybody always massages that area all the time, so it'd be nice to just kind of apply that there. So next up is definition, right? So we want to add a little bit of definition to the eyebrows. And we're going to use this dark pencil here, just above my right eyebrow here. So you just kind of, again, apply it, just like you're kind of drawing in a little dark zone of a coloring book. You kind of put it right there in that dark areas of the eyebrow. And again, you just kind of brush it on, kind of like a paintbrush. And then again, just, use the pencil on the areas where, the main areas of the eyebrow where you want to darken it. And once you get it in there just the way you want, and, it feels good as far as, the drawing on your eyes looks pretty good. Then you can go ahead and just brush it in once you got it, and this will make your eyebrows look really nice and sharp, and this will make it look without a lot of practice you really start to look like a professional when you apply this. So next up, we're going to use this more of this rounded brush technique on this I guess it's kind of like a powder applying eyeshadow. So we're going to go ahead and apply this. It's called Tartelette, and we're going to apply it to the eyelids, give a little bit more contrast, a little more visual interest onto the eyes. So yep, we're going to apply it here on my right eye there, and it's probably good to go ahead and close your eyelids so that way you get optimal areaness of application. So you can basically apply this the makeup or this I guess what would you call it? Sort of the coloring onto your eyelids as best as possible, and you gotta make sure you apply it ever so gently, so that way you don't really pull on the eyelids too much. You don't want to pull on the eyelids too much, so that way again you want to have that nice professional look. And once you get that nice professional look going, you know, it will definitely impress, you know, all those makeup goers and makeup gurus, you know, who really, really want to attain this look and feel. Yeah, and that's all you got to do. So now we just blend it in. Once it's all blended in, it should all really just kind of really, again, give that really nice pro look to your makeup. And yeah, so next up, now we got to work on eyeliner. So eyeliner, this is a really, really precise application here. You got to make sure you get it just below the eyelids, and you want to get that definition just right. You know, I like to get it perfect, and you know, want to make sure that I don't bleed anywhere outside of my eyelids. Because once I get it just right, I mean, it just looks perfect. And you know, this will definitely really shine through that you've really put a lot of effort in. So next up, we're gonna use some powder, and we're gonna bronze. Basically, they call this a bronzer, and you know, this adds a little bit more definition to the facial zones, especially around the cheek areas. And we'll just kind of apply it here, kind of like a real quick brush stroke from forward and backwards. Again, this adds a little bit of darkness just below the cheekbone. And yep. And again, you know, you just kind of want to kind of put a little bit of pressure on there when you put it on, just like this, or like, as you kind of push it on there. Yeah, there you go, and just like that. So next up, we're gonna put on some blush, and we're gonna use a brush, you know, very similar to some of the first set of brushes that we were using, and we're gonna kind of apply a nice pink blush hue to around the cheekbone areas again. You know, you can apply a little bit here on top of the nose. That gives it a little bit more of a blend in between. So that way, you know, it makes the sort of again, giving us that really nice professional beauty look. So next up is a highlighter, and the way that we apply this is we can just use our fingers, and you just kind of rub it around on there, and then you just kind of apply it just below the eye. Again, this really makes you know, the application of the blush make this really stand out and really blend in a little bit better. You can see here, as I apply it here to my left cheekbone, you can see the blush really stand out a little bit more. Really make that nice separation from the eyes to the cheeks. You know, really kind of gives that nice sort of blush look you get, you know, especially when you're out in the cold weather and you get those little rosy red cheeks. So next up, we're going to apply, this is the last bit of the process here. This is called Anastasia by Beverly Hills, and this is where we're going to apply, give a little bit more definition and more color to my lips. This will allow, you know, my lips to really stand out here. Let me apply it to my bottom lip, and yeah, so, and we'll put it here ever so slightly here on the top lip, and you want to make sure you get this just right. You want to make sure you get it perfectly on there, so that way you really show the, you know, true definition of your lips. You want to display those as just right, and try to keep within you know, within the lines, and that way again, we'll really accentuate the lips as best as possible. So thank you.